You see this key right here? This do not disturb. Apple, change this key now. Welcome back to the MacBook Neo Training. I am Will, your trainer here today to talk about the keyboard. That's right. I appreciate everyone watching the very first video. Today is all about going through the keyboard. More importantly, there are keys on here that you may just not know about, and we're just going to go through those together, including on the very top row. You see a whole bunch of icons up there, and we're going to go through not only what they do, but also go into the settings of them. If this is your first time watching this video, we did a very first brand new tutorial on the MacBook Neo already here, and we have a playlist to watch all these videos, and we're going to go through these right now. Even if you're a newbie or you have been using the Mac for a while, there might be something very valuable you're going to learn from this video, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. So let's dive into the Neo and go through the keyboard. Alright everybody, so we are now here on the MacBook keyboard. I'm going to show you the keyboard, as well as there's going to be settings on the screen here that will coincide with what I'm doing. So right now, we're looking at the keyboard right now. We're going to go through these top row keys right here, just to go through a little bit about them and things that are important to know about. So first off, escape key is really no different than any other keyboard, so we're going to skip the escape key, but really go through the F1 through F12 keys on here. So we're going to start here on the F1 and F2. F1 and F2 are all about brightness control. So as we're moving, you can see also on the screen that as I'm tapping it, the screen is also changing. And you can see that it's telling me I'm going lower and I'm going higher. And you can see that this is the highest brightness you can go on the Neo. So it's pretty bright, for what you need to see. So as I'm clicking display, I can just click inside Control Center, which gives me more controls here that I could do. And when I do that, I can open up the arrow, and there's a bunch of things I can do. I can actually do dark mode for a certain time frame. I can do night shift for a certain time frame. I can also just drag this. And then if I go in display settings, there are even more things you can do in here. So you can actually add more room. So right now they put the default at 1408 by 881. But if I want more room on my space, I could do that. So I can click this, and now look, it made it smaller, but the idea of that is that now you have more room to play with. So for example, if I was to open up Safari, so for example, right now I'm on our Apple channel here, and what I'm going to do is if I go to default, you can see things kind of blow up, and if I have a hard time seeing, you can get even smaller, and you can see how much it really blows up. But if you go backwards, you can get more room out of here. So it all depends on your eyesight, but you can do F1 and F2 to control the brightness. So there's something on the computer called Mission Control, and Mission Control is the F3 key. The idea of Mission Control is that it separates every window on the screen so you can see every option and then click the one you want to the front. So if I go into Open Calendar, let's say, and then I use F3, which separates the screen, I can now go and click on here, or if I hit F3 again, I can go to the other item. So Mission Control is very valuable if you want to just be able to switch between screens. So very easy to do. You can also, on the trackpad, swipe up and swipe down to do different controls as well, which we will also talk about going forward. But I'm using 3 fingers to go up on the trackpad, and then I'm selecting it. So F3 and this could do the same thing. In order to show you the next thing, which is the F5 key here on the keyboard, I have to pull up a note because this is all about dictation. Now, the first time you do this, if I press the button, usually it tells me if I want to enable it. So that's up to you if you want to enable it or not. I'm going to hit OK, and then it's basically educating me the privacy features of dictation, but also going over when you dictate your voice, how it inputs it. So I'm going to enable it for the first time, and I'm now going to, you'll hear a sound. Welcome to the Apple One-to-One Training channel. And I can just press it again to stop it. So that's all this is all about, dictation. So all you got to do is just hit it. Can't wait for you to enjoy your MacBook Neo. Now, as I'm talking, as you can see, it's filling it out. So I have to hit the F5 button to stop it. Next up is the F6 key. This is one of the keys I wish would kind of be switched out. Apple has a feature called Do Not Disturb. If you look on the screen when I press the button, it turns on Do Not Disturb. Now, there's a bunch of things it does in the background that you don't see, but the idea is that it is turning a feature on. So if I go and look on this, this is something that we haven't talked about yet. It's called focus modes. If you go in our channel and you look up focus modes, I have one about the iPad and the iPhone, which can kind of explain a little bit more about how it works. But you can have different focus modes for different reasons. And if I go to Focus Settings, it's going to open up our system settings, and then under Do Not Disturb, these are the things that are happening. It is turning things on or off based on your schedule. Now, I set a schedule up for Do Not Disturb to happen between 11 and 6 a.m. every day, so it is going to automatically do certain things. It's going to allow certain people. It all depends on what notifications I want, what I don't, and that's the idea of Do Not Disturb. Personally, I have it on a schedule, so I never really utilize this key right here, but I wish they would change it to like a battery key. Hey, Apple, how about this? Change this to like a battery key, like where you could change the battery from automatic to high power, stuff like that. F7 through F9 is kind of obvious. It's a rewind, play, and fast forward. So right now, I'm not doing anything, but I am going to play a song. I'm going to mute this right now and hit the play button. And as you can see on the screen, it's controlling the play, and then if I want to fast forward, it goes to the next song. If I want to go backwards, it goes backwards. So that's exactly what it sounds like. It's play, it's rewind, and fast forward on the F8 through F9 keys. Fun fact is you can also start Apple Music directly from the play key. So if I actually quit Apple Music and I just hit the play key once, it's automatically going to open up Apple Music. So that's another little trick for you. So F10 is all about muting and unmuting. You have F11 to go down. You have F12 to go up. And again, you can go into Control Panel up here. You can control the sound by dragging it. You also have your AirPlay options in here. So if you have to go and switch your AirPlay around to something else, you can do that. And also the sound settings itself. You have certain sounds you could do, like especially for alerts. All you got to do is leave your cursor on it. But the boop is the default. You could play the sound through whatever out device you want. So if you want it through your headphones or you want it through your speakers, you have your alert volume. You have all your options regarding sound effects, output, and input. So if you have a microphone, like I have a microphone right now, this is the input level. And you can also change if you have a microphone hooked up to it. And of course the output where you can also AirPlay. And you can even tell the volume how loud you want to go and the balance as far as if you want to go more right or more left. So that basically explains your top row. Now, of course, on the right side, I have a Touch ID button. I have a lock key. This would be where you lock it, but also this is where I use my finger if I need to do any Touch ID items. Now, I'm going to go through some other items on the keyboard, more importantly here on the bottom corner. Now, in the past, Apple used to use the words Shift, Cap Lock, and stuff like that. They've removed it now on this particular keyboard. This is a brand new look. They normally would have the word Shift or the word Return, but because I think they understand that we're starting to see a switch from Mac to Windows, they're starting to just put the icon of Shift. Everyone kind of knows what a Shift key does. Now, if you are a Windows user, Control used to be where you do all your shortcuts. I mentioned in the last video that Command now does that. So that is important to remember that your Control key, which used to be your shortcuts, is now Command. So very important. You have your Option key, and then over here you have this little globe right here. That'll bring up all your emojis. So all you got to do is hit it once. It all depends on what you're in. But as an example, if I open up Notes, here's the note I was filling out before. And then if I hit the emoji key, I can just type in with the smile. Spelling is important, everybody. And then put it in there. So you can easily bring up the emojis and make them disappear. Command key will be your best friend. That, again, we talked about it. But like right now, for example, Notes is open. If I do Command and Q on the keyboard, that will quit the app completely. And you know that based on the fact that Notes is now missing up here, and now it's called Finder. And that is really the basics of the keyboard as far as what you need to know about it and some of the settings in there. So I hope this was educational, that you got something out of that. And then if you have any questions, of course, leave them down in the comments. I will answer them. Thank you very much, everyone, and I love every single one of you.